There are still 5 weeks left in the season, more than a month of more losses to go, but the story of this year's Detroit Tigers has already been written. It began in spring training, with a new sheriff in Tigertown. That sheriff, Ron Gardenhire, brought his deputies with him. They knew the task in front of them, the difficulties they faced. They'd been through it before with the Twins, and they knew that the first step was changing the clubhouse's culture. Future success, no matter how far down the road, would begin there, despite knowing that many of those players would not be around when the roar at Comerica Park is restored. The Tigers opened the regular season better than expected, fighting the weather and injuries while remaining a tough out. They were one game under the .500 mark when the bottom began to fall out in the middle of June, but still, they fought. Miguel Cabrera was lost for the season. Michael Fulmer got hurt. There was an 11-game losing streak and a sweep in California. Along the way, there were a lot of growing pains. But a big success came Tuesday afternoon, before the series opener against the Cubs, when the players held a players-only meeting. It was a meeting meant not to address the past, but to look to the future. It was about the culture we want to create moving forward, catcher James McCann said. It'd be very easy for a team where we are right now to say, alright, we'll see you in spring training. But no, it's gotta start now, and that's just something we wanted to address, about how we handle our business both on and off the field, and not allowing the results or lack thereof affect how we prepare to play, and not just preparing to play, but preparing to win. The meeting, closer Shane Green said, represented an important transition from the coaching staff to the players. The players had held meetings before, but has yet to call one on their own. It's great when coaches talk about it and the manager talks about it, but when players get together and talk about it, I like that, Gardenhire said. I want them to understand what they're trying to do. We got some good leaders in there. We gotta finish the season, we gotta play hard the rest of the way. They've done it up to this point, don't quit now. Bougie and from players is a key step in building a team's winning culture. It's something the Tigers must focus on not only at the big league level, but in the minor leagues as well. The goal is for this culture to trickle down the farm system, to the point that players police themselves. The Tigers played the Cubs tough for 17 innings over 2 days, with just one win to show for it. Then, on Thursday, they beat up on the White Sox, winning 7-0. In that game, buried among 3 Tigers home runs and another strong outing by Matthew Boyd, one play stood out. Mike Gerber, mired in an 0-for-27 slump, made the right call after fielding a single to center in the top of the 5th inning. Could have thrown home without a chance of getting Yolmer Sanchez, the lead runner. Instead, he threw to third to retire Tim Anderson, who was coming from first base. Anderson made the inning's third out before Sanchez sold score from second, saving the Tigers a run. That's something that gets lost a lot of times at the big league level and even at the minor league level when you're playing every day, McCann said. Hey, get yourself ready to play. No, it's get yourself ready to win and finding a way to win, whatever that may be. You're going rough at the plate, finding a way to move the runner from second to third, to get that RBI ground out, whatever it may be. There's different things you can do to help your team win when you personally may not be at your best. Tigers pitcher Matthew Boyd pitches the ball during the second inning on August 23, 2018, at Comerica Park. Photo, Raj Mehta, USA Today Sports. The meeting was keyed by the Tigers' young leadership core, McCann and Nicholas Castellanos among others, but the person who spoke the most was Victor Martinez. Anytime Victor opens his mouth, anybody's going to benefit from listening to what he has to say about baseball, Castellanos said. That Martinez, in his final season, has served such a leadership role this season is a credit to Gardenhire, the coaching staff and Martinez himself. A year ago, Martinez was not that kind of leader, struggling at the plate and in the clubhouse before missing the final month of the season with heart problems. But he took center stage on Tuesday. He has also been influential in helping out young players this season, most notably fellow Venezuelan Victor Reyes. We talked to Vic and we said, hey, this is something that we need to address. And not because we had been losing, not because anything other than, hey, we want to start a culture here and we have young guys that are here and more young guys that are coming up, McCann said. Victor, he gave a lot of his 2 cents about what he's seen in his career, and that's been so special this year about him. He very easily could be, hey, this is my last year. I'm going to take care of myself, enjoy myself, but he's put himself out there for the young players. He's really taken a lot of guys under his wing and helped them when they've needed it and given them advice throughout the season. The meeting was low-key. It didn't last long. Work hard, be yourself, be prepared. It was about working hard and coming here every day to learn, Jeimer Candelario said. In September this season, we start the next season. It will mean a lot to us, but what means the most to this team now and in the future, is that they are talking. The coaching staff has been planting the seeds for this all season, and finally, on Tuesday, those seeds began to sprout. Contact Anthony Fennick, ifennick@freepress.com. Follow him on Twitter @AnthonyFennick.